Today we are going to be installing WordPress locally on our computer using Docker. So if you don't know, WordPress is a CMS tool great for creating blogs and websites. So first of all, you will need to install Docker. So you can just go to the official Docker install page a little, and Docker is quite easy to install on all operating systems. And then after you have installed it and set it up, you will need to launch it. So to launch it, you can just go and just click here on Windows or search for Docker, then click the Docker icon. So I will click it, and this is the Docker desktop for Windows. And Docker have a paid version, but the free version will do just fine. So after you have opened Docker, you can now just go and create a Docker compose file, which we will add the WordPress configuration in. But Docker provides you with a Docker run command, which can just run it with nothing special, but we will go deep a little bit and use the Docker compose option, which I think is better. So I will just go into my terminal. So I have a WSL terminal, which is great. So let me just create a WP folder for this tutorial, and inside of it, let me just create a Docker hyphen compose dot YAML file. So after you have created this, you can just open it. I will nano it. So nano docker compose dot YAML. You can just open it with any editor you feel comfortable working with. So I will just copy this template, and we can change it later on if we need to. So now let's just go into here and just paste it. Now let's explain it. So it will create a service which will run two services. First is WordPress, which will run on port 8080. Then WordPress will need some environment variable, so it will need a WordPress underscore DB host, which is the name of the database, which would be DB, or like the how it will run the database. Then a DB user, like with what is the username for the database, and also a password and the name of the database. Then it will just create a volume WordPress var slash www hyphen XML, which will solve the files and things like that. Then it will create a DB, a MySQL database, and it will add an environment variable of the same username and password. You can of course set a custom password and a more secure username and password. But for the testing purposes, we will set this default. Then it will just say the volume, the WordPress and DB. There's no volume since we already set up these. Now I can just exit and save this buffer, and here it is. And now I can just say docker compose app, which will run Docker, and like you can see, it will install now WordPress and create the things. If it's the first time for you learning WordPress, it will take time pulling the image, but since I have already learned WordPress on this machine, I don't need to pull the image again. So after this is learning, I can just go now to localhost 80, 80 or 80, 80, 80, yeah. What is 81? Sorry. Yeah, wait, lots of parts. Yeah, and now this is the WordPress site. Setup page, and you can just set up this, then it will just take you to your dashboard. So I will just quickly set it up. If you are new to WordPress, you can set it up with me. So yes, we want English and a site title. I will put Basa Coder, my YouTube name, and for example, Adam, my username. And you can set a password. It's a good thing to set a strong password, but for this I will just set it to password 123. It's very weak, but this is just for testing purposes and all of it is local. But of course, if you will launch it, you will set a strong password. Then I can enter my email. Letters, and now I can discolor all and color search and then from indexing the site. Since this is a local site, there's no way for a search engine to index it. But if you were to upload it to a server and then you can just go and visit it, like and go to your website domain and visit it, you should include it. So your profile, your website will appear online. If you don't know, if you don't want to, you can discard it. But I will just leave it on check for now since there's no way to index my site, which is local right now. So install and you can save the password. Okay, now I can just go in and log in. And here it is. I am logged in right now, and like you can see, it has already pulled my profile image since I already have a profile image. And like you can see, this is the WordPress. You can create anything you want here, all local, and this is the easiest way to run a WordPress instance locally. And if you want, you can just go to local host 8080. Like you can see, you will find your blog and you can install a custom theme, anything you want. And this is how you can set up a simple WordPress instance locally on your computer. And if you head back to Docker desktop, you can select WP and some details here. You can also check some details here. I will just stop these this instance from running since I will not be using this instance. And this is how you can learn WordPress locally.